Right.
It just came out
That's a
today
tough energy
that
to be around.
the FBI was involved in Black Lives Matter protests, turning them violent.
Come on.
No, they
Yeah,
wouldn't
there's
do that.
allegations. Let's see if you can find that.
They were doing it during Vietnam.
Fucking watch
God
the
damn it.
fucking
My
watch.
BLM alarm.
You still, you still have that stupid
This
fucking
thing
watch.
runs like a
It
watch.
doesn't wet at all. What time does it
Runs
say?
like a watch. 5:01.
Feds deliberately
This is all
targeted
just-
BLM protesters to disrupt the movement, a report says.
Oh,
They did it
boy.
during Vietnam. In the Vietnam thing.
Yeah, they
were
do
talking
it
about.
with everything. They do
were
it with
like,
everything.
Let's get some
They
guys
did it
in
with
there, turn the
Zuccotti Park.
protest violent.
Agent provocateurs.
January 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, they fucking 100% did it there. The
Uh-oh.
snitch in the silver hearse. What is that? FBI
Ooh.
paid a violent felon to infiltrate Denver's radical justice movement. Wow.
Jalen Hurst.
Of course.
One piece.
Crazy. They always do that. They don't like these fucking movements, and they go, you know what?
Disrupt it.
Just let's send in some people to smash some windows
Yeah.
and light some
Yeah,
shit
Occupy
on
Wall
fire.
Street. They're like, get in there, undercover cops, start fights, and then the other cops can be like, hey, they're fighting. We got to break it up.
You gotta
That
break
I
it
went
up.
to. I went
That's
to
what they
it.
did with the
Wow.
World Trade
You went to a
Organization.
march?
Went to Occupy.
You went to Occupy
I
Wall
wanted to
Street?
see what it was about.
He's trying to fuck chicks.
How old were you?
I was like 23,
Nice.
24.
It
The
was
BO
interesting.
was wild. But it was something to see because it was kind of new, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now we have a
Protesting in
protest
general.
every 10 minutes, but that was fun to watch.
They shut that shit down.
Yeah, a lot of pepper spray.
Yeah.
Also interesting that they were like, you guys did this. We're just going to like hover around where you work.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a totally different kind of a movement. It was like the beginning of these kind of mass movements.
Yeah,
We're just going
drum
to make you look at
circles.
us as you go into
Yeah, we're going to
work.
park out here
They weren't like
on the
disruptive.
grass.
They weren't like breaking anybody's car windows
No,
or anything.
we're
just
going to
like,
occupy.
It was right when Obama won, so it was like a wacky time in New York.
Yeah,
interesting.
because it was 2008, financial collapse.
Black
And-
president,
yep,
first
yep.
black prez.
A lot of shit's going on. The economy goes into the tank after the housing crisis.
Oh yeah,
And then they're like, you guys did it. So it's almost like there were white blood cells surrounding an infection.
wow.
it was some blacks.
I mean, that's not what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and they're just like calling attention to it.
Yeah,
They're
they were
we
just
don't
like
want you.
realizing there's something wrong with this. We are the 99%. But they're not even. They don't even understand what that means.
Oh boy,
They're not the 99%?
but people feel
Not
really
globally.
good.
No.
Oh, right.
They're
Globally,
Americans.
you make $34,000 in your top 1% of the world. That's how wild the
Nobody
world
wants to
is.
hear that.
Nobody
None of
wants
the
to
people
hear
who are like against the 1% want to realize they're in the 1% of this country.
Aha.
They're like, what? I'm not like, yeah, you're super wealthy.
The 1% of this country is like, I think it's like $500,000 a year.
Wow.
No way.
It might be less. It might be like, what is the 1%? What's the top 1%? What do you have to make?
It's like every doctor.
But the 1% of the world is $34,000.
Really?
Top 1% of the world is over $34,000.
All right, Ari, you're in.
Okay, it's
Not
$823,000
nationally.
in 2020. So I was off by quite a bit.
That's a lot.
What is
yeah,
it?
that's a
What is
lot.
it? What is-
$823,000 in 2020.
Wait, what's the other number?
National average of the top 1% earners is $597,000.
Hey.
People doing the research, I think.
Oh.
Economic Policy Institute was the first one. This is a study by Smart Asset Points to the second one. So
Okay, so
More
it's
recent stuff.
somewhere
Smartass.
between $600,000 and $800,000.
Wow. Okay.
The average.
That's in
The
America.
average of the 1%, which means you can still be in the 1% at like 400,000.
Yeah.
Or maybe like
Right.
actually the top has billions in it, so probably
Wow.
570.
So
The
minorities.
average annual wage gap. Yeah. So a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Look how it was phrased originally. Annual gross income of $590,000. Yeah, that's what it is.
We could
The
say
average
highest one.
annual income of more than $500,000. Okay.
All right. We're doing okay then.
Well, for the rest of the world, we're doing fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we could pay $200,000 for this podcast.
It's just it's
like,
not
like, Gets us
perfect.
halfway there.
It's not perfect. There's flaws.
Oh yeah.
I remember an old video of Rogan on some like before Tough Crowd. It was like 4 people talking. Maybe it's Bill Maher or something. I don't know. There was some guy saying he wants to up the national for anyone over $1 million, 70%. You remember this? 70%
yeah.
income tax. They go, and Joe goes on air because if you take 70% of my money, I'll get to kick your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
You're gonna take 70% of it?
It's like that some places. They take a lot of your money. New York takes a big chunk.
Well, there's a
York
lot
takes
of
a
people
chunk.
that believe that that's how to solve the country's woes,
It
is to
doesn't-
redistribute the wealth. Take the wealth away from all the wealthy people, pay 80, 90% in taxes, give it all the money to the poor people. They're just looking at it as a numbers thing. They're not looking at it as like, why do people make money in the first place?
Exactly.
Why,
Right.
they have incentive. They work hard. If you don't, you're not going to have equal money if you don't have equal effort. And it doesn't mean that everybody has equal opportunity, because some people, they can make a lot more money with a lot less effort.
Yeah.
But the people that can become like a Warren Buffett or one of those, they do that because there's an incentive.
There's an incentive.
That's
but
the only,
still,
that's the
it's like-
only reason why they chase that game. And if you're going to put a limit on that game, and you're going to say, hey, once you get to a certain level of that game, you got to give us all the money. Like that, you've killed all
I
the
think it's
incentive.
not that's a problem. It's that let's get everybody else up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
This is what they should be
well,
tackling.
There's ways to do it, and that's the Bernie Sanders idea of like taxing a small amount of speculative market wagers. So like when people are betting on, they're going back and forth. He's talking about taking a fraction of a penny from each transaction would result in trillions of dollars a year.
Wow, interesting.
Whoa.
I know a lot of people don't like that Alexandria Cortez-Catazio lady, but like she said something at the beginning of COVID. She
Nice
goes, "We gotta
try.
get people back in their jobs." She goes, "No, we don't have to get people back in their 60-hour-a-week jobs, barely making their ends meet. We have to like change the system a little bit so we can actually live our lives."
Right, but how do you do that?
I don't know,
The
but,
way
like,
you do
I
that
like
is
that
by
she's
more
bringing it up.
bureaucracy, more people that get paid to redistribute the wealth, and if they get a grip on your money, and they can say, "Hey, you have been too successful, so we're going to take that and give it to people that
Yeah,
aren't
that's not it.
successful."
But that doesn't work.
But that's the thing that it all goes to always.
Get rid
They
of the
do-
40-hour work week.
You got to go to the
It's
source,
antiquated.
though.
You don't get to
It's-
move boxes for 40 hours. You get your shit done in 25 hours. Enjoy your life.
I know, but they do it with homeless too. They go, "Hey, we got to give money to the homeless." You're like, the guy's still addicted to fentanyl
Yeah, that
and
doesn't
living
go away.
and
It doesn't
shitting in
suddenly
his...
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to fix why he's mentally ill.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to go to the source.
That's one of the biggest things with every politician is like, I don't know the answer to this. Bring it up. Every city in America, you
It can be
tour for
done in
It's
scale.
worse.
You tour. It's like
Worse than
terrible.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
Portland,
Do something.
SF,
Get the experts on it.
LA, it's crazy.
Austin's not that bad. They cleaned up a lot of it, man. They used to have a lot of tents underneath the bridges. It's all gone now. Except the occasional tent that they eventually clean up.
Yeah.
Where did they go?
They bought hotels,
Palestine.
moved people.
Ohio.
These Palestine.
Palestine.
I
Gave them
mean,
a shovel.
Rents
Palestinians.
there has got to
Make
be
some
cheap.
money.
I mean, real
It is
estate
now.
money's going down real
Yeah.
quick.
Good
We
time to
should,
invest in
we should
Palestine.
get a house there.
Yeah, who knows what the actual extent of the environmental disaster is? Like, how long before they actually tell them the truth?
Yikes.